So encouraged by your lovely responses on my art journaling video 2 weeks ago, I dwelled into art explorations. I thought maybe you don't need to see the perfect finished art, and it's okay if I just play around and try new things on camera with you, so you see all my mistakes and all my explorations. And that's what we'll do today, as I promised the last week. I chose circles because, as many of you who have been here already know, I love circles. And for you who haven't been here yet, I really love circles, as you're about to see. I have a few pages of circles in different techniques today to show you. So you'll see how you can take one little idea as simple as a circle and turn it around and make it in different techniques and in different lines, and how you can explore it differently. These are all very easy exercises and they're adaptable, so you can choose your theme. If you're not into circles like me, you can choose anything else and it would still work. So please let me know what you think about this kind of content, because I'm kind of nervous about it, because it feels like I don't know what I'm doing, but I figured maybe somebody else would like to see the struggles as well. And sometimes the exercises are fun to watch in real time, not the polished ones, the less polished ones. But I would love to know what you think about it. So let me know, and without further ado, let's get exploring circles. So as I said, I'm exploring circles today in a variety of ways. First, I just painted 2 circles with plain water and then let some paint into the wet circle puddle. The effect is beautiful, especially with better watercolors, but even kids' watercolors would work. I used Schmincke Academia, that's their student grade watercolors, but any other would work as well. Pay attention to how different colors move differently, even in the same line. Some pigments travel faster and some granulate, and that would be a very nice way to explore a new or old set of watercolors. I let the paint from one circle to seep into the lower one, and now you can clearly see how fast the paint is moving. This part is shown in real time, by the way. Otherwise, it's really easy. You just tap the paint into the wet areas and that's it, and you let the water do the rest of its magic. For my next exploration, I used some leftover circles. I have no idea when I painted some colorful papers and just used punches to cut out circles for who knows what. Well, I was tidying up my college supplies and ran into them, so I decided to use them. I just glued the circles down with a glue stick, continuing with the 2 circles per page theme that I did in my painting study. The circles needed something else, so I grabbed my technical pen and added some black and white dots. You could use any pen for this. This doesn't need to be waterproof as it sits on top. For the white, you could use gel pen or a white fine liner or acrylic marker with fine tip if you're working that small. Even colored pencil would work. Try it out, that's why it's called art exploration, right? And most of us have some scraps at home. If you don't have any, you could use magazines to punch or cut out your circles, or even some book pages would work just fine. Since the drawing with ink was so relaxing, I wanted to continue with it on the next page, so I drew some circles with a pencil. I used the die cut as my stencil and a circle ruler for the rest of the circles. If you don't have it, don't despair. You can use any round object to trace around. A roll of tape, all kinds of leads from milk, glue stick, paint and so on. All of these work just fine. And for the bigger circles, glasses and stuff like that. It doesn't matter because these are just guides. I did not put much thought into where the circles will go and how large each should be. I just winged it. I placed some smaller circles on the top and some on the bottom of the big circle for variety, but you certainly don't need to, if you prefer a more consistent look. If you're not sure, you could cut out some circles and just try to rearrange them on your art journal surface and then see what you like best. I like variety, as you very well know from my slightly chaotic channel. When my guides were done, I started drawing. It shows that I'm out of practice and I was hurrying a bit. Note to self and others, don't rush your art. The lines will be more wobbly and not in the charming way. But any art is better than no art, and these are very easy exercises that will nevertheless train your hand and muscle memory. Even though it's not actually muscles that learn, it's the neurons, but repetitions certainly help with that. In the left circle, I drew lines and lines, and since they reminded me of waves, I added a small boat on top. I know it's pretty cliché, but I like it. I guess we all have to do all the clichés drawing first before we do all the really weird fantasy stuff that lies in our heads. On the other side, I just explored different lines. Wavy lines, bendy lines, little and big circles, spirals, little moons, rainbows and waves, whatever tickles your fancy. If you're not sure about a pattern, the little patterns usually work very nice with each other, and you have to be a little bit more mindful for the big and really bold patterns. But they work as well. They should just be combined with the little ones so the eye has a place to rest. And that's about it for my circle exploration. This all took me about an hour with getting all the supplies out and tidying everything up, so it's not a big time-consuming task. And you can do it in small increments throughout the week. I hope you like any of those, and I hope to see you next week with some more art explorations. See you around, and bye-bye!